Oh, oh, we are soldiers. Thank you, Massa. Bro, it ain't bipolar. It's called having real emotions and not being bogged down by the lies and the drugs of regular society, bro. Welcome to Hippieville. Welcome to Fifi's. Right beside you. Tonight we're fighting for our lives. Thank you, Massa. Hear your battle cry. Your battle cry. We are the ones who will never be broken. Ah! To our final breath, we'll fight to the death. We are soldiers. We are soldiers.
All right. Welcome back to Chasing Saroka, Back to the Future, which is really back to the beginning, back to when he first got out of jail. Because he can actually, he's been able to stay out of jail for a little bit now. I was going to say he can never stay out of jail, but that's a lie because he's out of jail right now. But so the channel, Steve Saroka, that's blocked out by my face because my camera cannot flip for some reason. It's permanently mirrored. So if you were to look at my tattoo, it says jack off backwards, not forwards. I need another camera, bro. This is like, it's blurry, but it's not blurry. And like when I'm looking at it through StreamYard, but when I look at it back, there's a lot of problems. But anyways, thank you all for being here. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill today. I'm not really feeling doing much. But yeah, this channel is called Steve Saroka. If you were to be able to see it, everything's caught up. So this is like the whole playlist here of James, starting from May 5th when he first got out of jail the second time, because he went to jail for being caught publicly on camera abusing his, at the time, girlfriend who was pregnant, and then he had a restraining order put on him, but when he got out of jail decided to go try to visit his ex, and went back to jail, and then this is when he came out again. So basically, like, now that we're caught up, we're like, everything is up to date, we're gonna go from the beginning. I'm gonna do like clips throughout, so if there's something, I don't want to play that right now. So if there's something that I want to save for later to put in the video, there'll be like separate clips. And we're just going to go through this journey together. So this is the new Chasing Saroka. Unless something new happens, then obviously I'll update us in real time. Conger is convinced that he's going to come back on the 5th, which will be in 5 days from now, because it'll be his birthday, because he's never not streamed on his birthday except when he's been in jail, supposedly. So this is when he first got out of jail. I think the first minute he's just kind of staring at the camera. Yeah, I mean, we'll let it play out. So he's still in, like, this is the same jail shirt that I think like his mugshot was taken in. The good old days. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, May this year. Oh, it's October now, so there's a spooky spider in the background. I hope you guys like Halloween. I fucking love Halloween. Yeah, let's see. I also forget a lot of the stuff that's happened because it's been like 4 or 5 months since he came back. Just picking his nose.
I would say hi, but it's not showing me who's in here.
Oh, we also got subtitles now in case like it's hard to make out what he's saying, because it usually is.
It says you're here, but the other, whoever else is, their usernames are masked. But thank you for being here. I have learned a massive amount.
So back to like, this is the same thing he says every time he comes back. I have learned so much and I'm a changed person. Yada, 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 yada. I don't even know if I should say, like, if I should clip this and be like, James says the same thing as he always says, because it's literally the first thing he said when he came back. So probably not.
Since y'all saw me last and I saw you last time.
And when we last saw him, he was saying, well, he was telling Maya, it's like Maya was saying, you shouldn't go see your kid. You're going to get thrown back in jail. And he's like, well, we'll see about that, Maya. And then the next day, he was in jail.
Can't even believe I'm sitting here in front of you, honestly. Like I said, over on Instagram, I took a little time to myself and really just tried to sort through, you know, what did I want to do with my life and what things were going to look like. And, you know, being here is the only thing that still makes sense to me. You know, this is what I'm good at. Being here with you guys is what makes sense to me. So I'm going to keep turning it into something.
I don't know where he is either. Imagine he's like in the fucking, I don't know, the lobby of the police station. It's like the first thing he does to get fucking back on live stream.
But this is the start of that. Is just, you know, thank you for sharing that. Just put myself back out there even for a second, just long enough to, you know, it's a
just long enough to be extremely racist, utter some death threats to people that you probably shouldn't have, get yourself kicked out of any place that actually was naive enough to take you in. Yeah, we experienced it a lot.
Purge thing. Like it's really, it takes a lot for me to put myself back out here. I'm so nervous, but after this, I figure I'll start, you know, maybe I'll start putting out content and I'll start showing, you know, places that I'm going, people that I'm meeting, because I have been meeting a lot of cool people and doing a lot of cool stuff. But
in jail, I've been meeting a lot of cool people, doing a lot of cool stuff in jail. He probably should have just gotten a job first. He wanted to like make content maybe about the like job that he does. Like some bosses will let you do that because they'll think it'll like drum up social media. Probably not James Saroka, because he would probably not be an asset, but more of a liability if James Saroka started making content for a business.
Like from the point before this to now, since the last time we talked, I probably won't talk about a whole lot. But from this point forward, I'm going to do my best to try and share as much as I'm able to. Right, guy? Welcome on. Hello. Oh, oh my gosh! I'm gonna have an emotional breakdown tonight. Freaking McDonald's, in the middle of nowhere.
No, he's in McDonald's.
While people are telling me not to.
And also, I don't know if I mentioned this. He's covering his eyebrows. Maybe I'll pause on a better screenshot. But it doesn't look like he has eyebrows here either. Like he was shaving them off in jail, because they get really bushy, especially when he's on his like racist rant. They're really bushy.
Oh, yeah, this is real. This ain't no game.
Take it easy, AP.
To maintain composure. No, I ain't about that. No. I remember how I lived my life before the freaking bubble got popped. I remember. I'm still gonna live that way. And however long I last is how long I'm gonna last. But it's like I said to one of my buddies here, I said, I gotta get out there and I gotta do me my way. Because if I don't, what's the point? You know? So I'm gonna keep
everything that I did that got me right here 2 times, I'm gonna go back out and do it exactly the same, bro.
Keep pushing. I'm gonna keep this positive attitude. I'm gonna keep doing my best to have fun. And hopefully it works out for the best. You know, that's all I can do is hope that it works out for the best. But I had my hiatus. I had my time off. I had my time to myself. And I got a lot of time to reflect. A lot of who I used to be, like that I was growing up, I was able to get back in touch with that part of me and keep that part with me. I was able to learn a massive amount from all the experiences that I hadn't even had a chance to sit and recollect and process. And I learned from those. And then recent experiences I've been having. I
wonder if we could get in like contact with one of the correctional officers or the people who look after the prisoners and whatever, not prisoners, but detainees and whatever jail he was at, to see like what kind of person he was in jail. I wonder if they would be interested in talking.
I've been having the opportunity to finally be living in the moment and experiencing the moment as it's happening. And as I said, I have definitely transformed into a similar person to who I used to be, but I have definitely grown and matured quite a bit. And
were you able to comment? I don't know if you saw it while it was live. If you were commenting, it wasn't showing up on my end, so I wasn't like ignoring comments. I just like didn't see any.
I still have my struggles with letting go of the past, but I'm actually doing really good. Like I'm in a new life now for me, and it's going to look similar to the way my life was before.
Just like, I don't think jail doesn't give you any resources when you first get out. Do they give you like a halfway house or anything for you to like get a job or anything to transition back into society? Or are they just kind of like, all right, you're on your own? I wonder if like they offered James assistance and he was like so mad at them that he's like, no, I'm not going to take any more help from you.
But it's not going to be the same at all. And, a lot of people say that, but I'm actually living it. And I made sure to be living it long enough before even trying to come on here and talk to you guys and girls and those who identify alternatively to man or woman that
I have to fix it.
This is my life.
I'm sorry.
I'm comfortable living it the way I want to. Now, with that said, I'm going to need some updates on y'all. I hope that, you find your way into the DMs, find your way into whether it's here, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok. I think it's the same username everywhere, if I recollect. And shoot me a message. Let me know that you're doing okay. And, I do. If you guys remember forever and ever ago that you'd always be surprised that I remembered you, I remembered your username, or remembered this or that about you when you told me. Guys, you have always mattered to me. No matter what I went through, no matter how bitter I got, no matter what my experiences were, my life is my life. My truth is my truth. And I'm gonna bear that cross. I'm gonna wear that weight. It's mine. And
my truth is my truth, guys. I was framed or I went to jail voluntarily.
Whatever repercussions come with that, the only thing I can do is hope and pray and put the work in to say that it's going to continue to go in such a way that is positive, that it can be made to be good, that it can made into something that is worth keeping in such a fashion as this. So,
I like when he has the music behind him. It kind of like lends to his ego or whatever. It feeds into him, right? And then when the music gets sad, he gets sad. When it gets angry, he gets angry. It sucks when he controls the music because then he just gets in like these weird loops and his music taste is terrible.
Wish me luck, and I'll wish you luck, and don't forget me in the DMs. But I'm gonna cut this video off. And then I am going to come back after checking. I'm going to check DMs and see what's gone over in TikTok. And then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to go live again. Or if I have enough time, I'm going to come live again. All right.
I don't think he did. Or maybe he did and this is 2 lives in 1. Yeah, probably. That's probably what it is. I don't fucking remember, dude. This is back in May. I don't even know if this was my recording. I think like I got this recording from somebody. And then I started sniping him. It probably makes sense because I wouldn't have known. Like I didn't have an update that James Saroka was like about to live stream and he was out of jail or anything,
And this Scene of Hearts, I appreciate that. Thank you, Rag Guy. If I can find the time and I can find a place to go where I'll have the Wi-Fi, I will come back live tonight. Or if I can find a way to get myself on service so I can be running Wi-Fi or be running service and go live off of Wi-Fi. Then I will.
It might be right then. I'm not sure.
So, like I said, I'm back, and I probably won't be live streaming near as much as I used to, but as you guys know, it's kind of my thing. So
I won't be live streaming as much as I used to. Dude, there's over a terabyte of just the time he's been back, and it was like 6 hours a day plus, sometimes 12 hours a day. There's over 12 hours one day. It was insane. I won't be streaming much though, guys.
I will be returning in a little while.
It'll be good to like I'm gonna make notes as we watch this from the beginning again to like know when he decided he was gonna go to California. When like, because right now it seems pretty normal. It would be fine if he just came back and was like a normal person on social media, like a boring guy is just like, hey, this is how you make some really good like good rice or something. I don't fucking know. This is how you can get out of jail early if you have good behavior, which I don't know if it did or didn't happen, but anything.
Thanks for stopping. As always, with love.
Marathon Madness, yeah. He is a dad now. That is his kid, and that was his ex. And that's who has a restraining order against him, who he's not allowed to see. It looks like he's at the same McDonald's still, too.
So it has definitely been long enough. Let me know, does this muffle the volume or am I good? How's the volume? Is it muffled?
He's such a he's a crackhead for social media. He's addicted to it. The first thing he does when he gets out of jail is sit in a McDonald's and like get a live stream to my people. I'm gonna stop to go check the DMs. I'm gonna go live once again. Like, you should probably figure out where you're gonna sleep tonight. Social media. I'm gonna ramble about nothing on social media for hours, and I think he slept outside for a while when he first got out. He was sleeping in the bus station for a while. Oh my god, there's so many memories that are coming back to me now. But they're weird for some crazy times. Anyone who hasn't like been paying attention from the beginning, like this is the long journey. And then yeah, the video will be like the condensed form of it with all the highlights. But god damn.
Oh my gosh, it must be nuts. It's good. All right. Yeah. If you as we talked about, if you want to let a couple of people know, it should kind of spread from there. But if I don't start back up now, I'm not gonna.
I'm glad there's subtitles now because like he talks really quiet sometimes. It's hard to hear, especially with the music.
I got it this time.
Yep.
And thank you for putting out there a little bit instead of me going out there and because I don't know. It's better that you do because I don't know who's gonna want to talk to me, who's not gonna. But you will. So whoever you reached out to, then it gives them a chance to, if they want to show up, then they could. If they don't, then they won't. But I took my time.
Let's see if I can. I wanted to be able so you can like see the comment. Oh wait, you can see the. Oh, if I pause it, you can see the subtitles, but it needs to be like zoomed out. I think just a little bit. But then, like, would we still be able to read the subtitles? That doesn't do anything actually. That makes it worse somehow. All right. I mean, like, if I don't have too many comments on screen, it's just so you guys can read the subtitles if he's talking low. But I am reading them and appreciating them. I'm also glad for her as well. I'm glad she got away from him, and she's in a supportive family unit now, where she's safe.
I took, I got my head together, and now I'm doing better. So I'm ready, and I can't keep like living in the shadows and not sharing my life with you guys. I got so used to this, and at this point, I don't really know any other way. And although I finally learned how to make it without having to do this. And I still prefer living this way. So I'm back. And
I prefer begging for money and not having any security in my life whatsoever. I love just like living on the edge every day, not knowing where my next meal is coming from, not knowing where I'm going to sleep next, having to, as Phil Broom would say, convince waitresses at IHOP to let them check into hotel rooms because you don't want to have an ID. You're a sovereign citizen. You threw it into a lake or some shit. We get to hear all the different reasons why he doesn't have an ID too now from the beginning.
I'm hoping that I can do it a little more legit this time, but I'm still going to make time to be here. And this is where it starts, as usual, right? In the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, nothing else to do but chat. Thank you. I appreciate you putting the word out there. Thank you. So I'll stay on here for a while, and then if they do get talking or people are wanting to get back on, then we'll spread it throughout TikTok and whatnot. We'll get it past 1,000, and I'll start live streaming over there.
Never happened, and he's never gonna get past 1,000 on TikTok because I think TikTok's kind of it's set in its ways where you have to pay to get noticed on there. I'm not seeing a whole lot of natural growth. Unless like you're a celebrity or someone who can make like actual good content, not James Saroka, who just like looks in the camera all goofy or is like, if you watch the videos on double speed, you can catch up on live streams. Thinks that's going to get him like 1,000 followers or something. And then he can live stream so we could just say this. It's the same nonsense every day on live stream.
Yeah, it's very clear. I could say this like quite obviously, having been living my life like out here and not in here. I have to come back to this because it's like my life is so much engineered for this now and so much built to just be doing this. Now, this is the first time I'm definitely noticing my absolutely awful hairline on my own without having to be told. So, my sense of self and self-awareness must have gone up a little bit.
I've never heard him mention his hairline any other time. That's interesting.
Oh, it's absolutely but I'm here, and I am starting to get notifications that are people, that y'all are starting to find me again, which is good.
Yep, all you had to do is follow Josh Cook, and then anyone else is like, oh shit, James Saroka's back and he's live. Let's go start tracking him. And he's like, my fans. It's just like when he got confronted by all his Bigo streamers, it's like, bro, like you're well known on the internet for abusing your girlfriend and going to jail for it. He's like, those are my fans. He's like, those aren't your fans, bro.
But I think this is still gonna be a process for me. Like it'll probably happen pretty fast, but I'm not ready. But it's either now or never. Because I know myself. I know if I wait all the way to where I'm trying to get to, that I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get settled. I'm going to get comfortable. And I'm going to keep quitting. Which at this point, if I don't get back into the game, that's exactly what I'm doing.
I'm going to keep quitting?
Okay. Quitting. And I've been feeling that way for a couple of weeks now. Is that I feel like I've been quitting because I'm not jumping on here when I know I could be.
Wait, he had jobs that he was quitting to come back to do. You could do both at the same time. I work a full-time job and I'm here with you guys. Any chance that I can get, basically, it's not hard to just turn on a fucking, like, I would be doing this anyways. Like, I would be talking to myself in the room, being like, oh, like James Saroka is crazy. I'm going to make the video. So I might as well like do it on live stream. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's like, I'm going to put it back just a little bit just to make sure. Did I get that right?
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get settled. I'm going to get comfortable. And I'm going to keep quitting. Which at this point...
Oh, okay. No, he's seeing into the future. And if he like actually settles down, then he's going to keep quitting his job to come back here. So that's why he's not even going to try to be normal. Gotcha.
If I don't get back into the game, that's exactly what I'm doing. Is I'm quitting. And I've been feeling that way for a couple of weeks now. Is that I feel like I've been quitting because I'm not jumping on here when I know I could be. And so for the last time, I'm quitting. I'm starting right now. And I'm going to make sure to stay consistent and keep coming in. I can't promise that it's going to stay on the same accounts because these accounts aren't permanent and they're not like, set in stone. Or like I don't really have them, streamlined for what I want to do. So
she is doing well. I've been in contact with the family and that she's doing well. She's doing good. They don't want to be really involved too much with this at all, but they do want like just anything recorded that he says if it's crazy, if it mentions her or anything, or if it's breaking the restraining order, because he's not supposed to mention her on social media at all. But no, yeah, she's doing good from what I hear, anyways.
We'll probably have to jump to another account later on, but for now, I'll be here with you guys and let's do a little beta testing and working out the kinks of how the live platforms are working now. It's mostly the same, but I want to make sure to get that dialed in, make sure that I'm there for you guys when you're here. And yeah, I can't really think of anywhere. Do you think it might be a good idea? Maybe I'll let's try this. Shoot me a text. We're gonna head over to Twitter, and I know that's where a lot of that's kind of like pretty much where everybody's at. So
yeah, I remember when James jumped into the Lions Den at Twitter. There is one space that I need to get that I haven't listened to because he called into Don Laud's space one time and they were like interviewing him like nicely, I guess, and so they got a lot of heat for that. He called into my space. Me and Chris yelled at him, and he tried to like play it up like he didn't care about anything or no. What was he doing? He's like saying that he had a family, and Chris was like, "You don't have a family." And he was like, I've never looked back. It's like, you were crying. He's like, those were tears of joy. It was a mess. Yeah, it's never good when it goes to Twitter.
We'll start over there and see if can't pull a few people in, see if they're maybe hanging out in the circle or is it circles, Twitter circles. And I'll come in there and see if we can't go and start it or do a live stream. Thank you.
Who's the female trending? Is it that Heather lady? Because we're gonna cover her coming up, or else we're gonna cover Daniel Larson. While this is loading, because actually, you know what? It's not doing that bad today. When I did the Queen stream, it was being terrible at loading. Do I have though? Give me 1 second here. I think I took it off. I'll bring it back up here because tonight. Either tonight or tomorrow night, we're actually going to be starting another kind of series about Daniel Larson. And why can I not figure out how to use my shit today? It's going to be this is the thumbnail. It's super fancy, right? Look at that shit. Look at that shit right there. Daniel Larson. Late Night Larson that's what it's going to be called. So yeah, that's going to be coming up tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, let me know. Is it? Yeah, it's Heather. It's Heather. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to cover her soon because well, James is gone. We need something to keep us occupied, right? Yeah, let's this is all loaded here. He looks grumpy here. He looks kind of like one of the get out of there. What is it? I want to call them Muppets. Are they Muppets? Maybe. What's Ernie and Bert? He looks like one of those guys, but like an ugly version.
Sitting here at a stoplight, waiting on a crosswalk, and I have enough time to make a TikTok. That's how long this is taking. It's actually been like 5 minutes now. I'm going to press the button again. Tune in for more. I'm
Nanda says hi, dear. Hi, Nanda.
You're suspended from the channel for saying her name, like from her channel from saying her name, or like you had your channel suspended for saying her name. What the heck? CD-ROM, how's it going? Hey, I've seen, I think the Big O, he has a profile photo that looks like a female in the recordings I've seen that looks like Kay. Is it her, someone who looks like her? I've been curious. I'm not sure on the Big O, on Bigo. Yeah, I know. I don't she's not. Yeah, she's not on any social media that I know of, or if she is, it's like a private kind of social media that she doesn't want like us knowing about, or the general public knowing about, or Saroka people knowing about. So I don't think she'd be like in the Bigo lives or anything. Like, she doesn't keep up with him. She's like just trying to live her best life, taking care of the kid, and yeah, trying not to think about this guy as much as possible. Yeah, that TikTok, I don't know, he decided to make a TikTok about just waiting at a stoplight, so that was entertaining.
You're like, oh my gosh, I love to travel. Okay, I have to admit, I like to travel comfortably. I thought I was like a ruffian, and it turns out that I could, and I'm pretty good at it.
You were suspended from my channel for saying her name? You shouldn't have been suspended from my channel. I didn't do that. Like, YouTube suspended? That'd be crazy. No, Jimmy had the photo of his avatar that like, oh, okay, he did. So I don't know. So James went on like a kick as well, where he was using his son's name, because I don't know. We can get to that bridge when we cross it. It's that was a mess.
But I like comfortable travel. I don't know about
this audio is kind of lit too.
Bougie. I could do bougie travel if somebody else is paying for it, and not for the reason y'all might be considering. I don't mind paying for things. I like paying for things. But if I'm putting big money down on something, I always end up getting so full of myself. And I always like to be full of myself. So if I'm going with somebody and I got to stay like humbled, then I'm about it. But when I'm putting down stacks, I don't like my behavior. I get too full of myself. So, but like a good medium trip, to get out there and have a good time, I'm all about it. Or like I said, a real expensive one if I'm coming along on someone else's trip, and being the helper. But all right, let's see. Drum Girl, thank you for the follow. I followed you back. I followed you in return. Ruby, how are you?
I don't know what the hell he's talking about already. So like, sounds like he's with someone. I'm pretty sure he just needs money. He's on here, but this is like when he's using the Bigo filters and he looks really weird.
Welcome to Bigo Live.
But at least he has 2 eyelashes still. This isn't like rock bottom yet.
I appreciate being your first. Drogo says, tell me your wildest travel story. I can't be telling stories. I don't know if I could be telling stories. You always like top secret. Could I be telling a story? I can't tell too many. Here's what I could do. Is if y'all put down y'all throw a topic at me, or like an area, or I don't know, just like throw darts at a dartboard. And if you hit something, then I could tell a story. All right. If one of the darts hits that dartboard, then I can tell you a story. But you gotta whether you give like a location.
If I didn't know James was straight edge, I would say he's on drugs right now. Because like the difference between like the first video out of jail, when I guess he was more, I don't know, he had a lot of this oomph taken out of him because he was beat down and not beat down. You know what I mean? Like he was made to follow schedules and shit. He was put in line. Now he's scratching his leg. He's like all jittery and stuff, and he's just muttering nonsense, saying his stories are top secret, but he never stops telling us stories. What he's talking about.
Or like a topic of interest of what it might be about, then I could share. But like I said, I don't know if I don't want to just straight out throw a story out there. And if I'm gonna be pushing stories out, then we got to keep it interactive, because that's a tough one. But thank you for asking. Definitely, that's such a big question for me that I don't even remember what I was thinking about.
I'll check it out.
Which those are the questions I like, because I want to be immersed right here. Drum roll, be noticed by more people. Okay. ID, thank you for joining us. QD, welcome on. Nanda says, do you like playing games? What kind of games? Are you talking like video games? Are you talking board games? Are you talking, I don't know, party games? What kind of games are you talking?
I'd love for you to just answer a question without answering a question with another question. It's always that.
What's up, Ruby? Ruby, it says you're top number 1. I don't know what that means, but congratulations. I'm happy for you. And if it's in my stream, even cooler. Our stream, my stream. Realistically, okay, here's my goal. All right, something I like doing. And is it my stream? Yeah, it's my stream. But like, there's probably a platform I could find that it would be our stream and not just my stream. But we'll figure that out in time. We'll figure that out. Recently got hooked on playing Switch. All right, so you're talking about like, now is that, were we on board? Yeah, okay, playing Switch. Let me tell you, I've met a lot of people, and I have a couple of friends that play Nintendo Switch, and they're pretty avid gamers on Nintendo Switch. I don't have a Nintendo Switch.
Because I'm homeless. I don't even know why, like, you're entertaining this.
I have yet to play Nintendo Switch for more than a couple of minutes, but what I've noticed is it is once again, I'll say immersive. It's pretty cool. But I don't have a lot of experience with Nintendo Switch. But gaming, I'm torn about gaming, all right? So, like, I don't do a whole lot of stuff for just leisure. It's not that I don't have a personal life, but my personal life is very mixed in with my professional life.
I love when he says he thinks that he has a professional life, or he's like some kind of businessman, right? Like the homeless businessman of the future.
Where I try to integrate most things into kind of the same category. And, you know, most people don't like living that way. They like having their lives compartmentalized and having these different sections. But the life I've always lived has always been, everything kind of goes together in one way or another. Now I know moving into the life that I'm moving into, circa very recently, I now, I took red pill, blue pill, and I said, give them both. And I did. I took them both. So, pun intended, didn't actually take a pill. But, I'm in, and, I'll scoot out every now and again just to have a little fun. But I'm excited. I'm excited for a compartmentalized life. But it's just
compartmentalized. I forgot about Bigo. Oh my god, I forgot about bingo. We gotta make some spooky bingo cards. I guess I'll do that next time. I don't know how. I gotta start doing like a schedule, like I don't know, like Wednesday. I don't know what day it is today. It's Sunday, so. But just like hypothetically, like Wednesdays would be like Saroka, Thursdays would be like Larson, Fridays would be Heather. Have some other ideas in the work as well. So I don't know what the point. What was the point of me even saying this? No, ignore me. Let's just I'll figure it out.
It takes some getting used to for me, all right? Because I'm used to living on the outskirts and always being the one to help things get organized. Now I'm having to be organized. It's not the same. Like it's like when people tell you how to do something and tell you to do something, and then like my thing has always been helping other people get themselves in order. And I never really noticed how disorganized I was. And now I got to get organized because like I'm going like the mainstream route for real.
Oh yeah, he thought he was going to become an actor, a singer, a dancer in Hollywood. I think right now he might be in Pennsylvania because like at the last place he was arrested was in Pennsylvania. Or it would have had to have been in Pennsylvania because they need him to be in the state that he has the restraining order against him. To be charged. Like they won't extradite it, even if he's like going on and on saying he's going to kill them and everything, which is concerning. He was on one stream telling his whole chat to call CPS on his fucking kid. That was cool. He's a piece of shit person.
And it's really exciting because it is what I've always wanted. And there's no buts about it. There's not. It's what I've always wanted.
He's going to come back on his birthday, right, Conger? I'm holding you to that. Let's see if he does. I think he might.
And I won't be able to do it my way. And I'm not complaining. Seriously, that's what I'm saying, though. Is like, I don't mind at all that I won't be doing it my way because I've always wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself. And now that I am, getting into all this, it's like, this is important to me. I have a lot of good work I've already put in. And I know I have a lot but it doesn't look like I have a whole lot to show for it. But I'm hoping that a lot of that will click in and kick in real quick when I get back home and I'm able to put in some more work in the ways that are new for me, but slightly familiar. So the question was, do I like playing games? Video games, kind of. If we can play them like semi-pro.
We could do like a comparison. Do like a, what is that, a Venn diagram or whatever? See like their similarities or differences. And I bet you the like one in the middle where they overlap will probably be the biggest one. Maybe they could get married.
That could be fun. Like, you know, if we're doing like, I really don't know. I really don't have a game.
I don't even have a power supply, let alone a game.
But I have a feeling I will be nudged into that direction, and I'm going to have to build some interests. Okay, welcome on. Who did I not follow back? It says don't forget to follow back. It's not telling me anybody right now. Erica Khan says you have a beautiful voice. Erica Khan, if I did not miss you and you are still, I'm not a big fan of that one. Somebody said, and okay, I also have a private comment section. All right, I got like a group where you could actually message in your comments.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about the group chat. Dude, okay. Actually, I forgot about a lot of this. There was, because I was going through like my phone to put like members only content on. There's like a video of me. I used to like talk to James on the Billy the Fridge account. Not really that much, but like he'd be like, how's it going, Billy? Hope you're doing well. I'm Jimmy the Jet. You're Billy the Fridge. Like, you know what I mean? But there was also this group chat where he had like these people he thought he was his fans, and he would talk in there, or we, I guess, were talking there. I don't think it ever got too spicy, but I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. He used to have like a private chat for his loyal hardcore fans.
If you don't want them seen publicly, and they will pop up as comments on my screen. If you want to be in that group, send me a personal direct message. Whatever you call it on Bigo, send me a message, and I could put you in the personal comments group.
Christmas Chris was in that group. That's it. Was.
Group, and that way you'll I'll see your comments separately. Erica Khan, yeah, if you're still here, Erica, thank you. I appreciate the compliment about my voice. Ruby says, this is Bigo. We need.
He loves his voice too. Can't you tell?
To hear about the crazy stories. All right. We'll get that build up. I don't mean to disappoint. I'm sorry. But like, when I say like I actually have to be like a little tight-lipped about things, I actually do. I'm not kidding. Especially with the route that I'm taking, I have to be.
Was it you that called him like a billion times that one night, Conger? I think you told me you just called him once, right?
I have to be careful about what I do and don't say.
At least like right now in the second he's being cautious. If he just kept like this energy, even he could be crazy. He could want things that are out of his grasp, like Nintendo Switches or whatever. Right now, he hasn't done anything wrong yet. He's just crazy, not lovable, Jimmy. But I'm trying to think of another adjective we could use for him. Classic Jimmy. He's just classic Jimmy right now. He's nothing too bad. He hasn't gone dark Jimmy yet.
So let me say it this way. Let me get my manager's approval. Let me get my agent's approval. We'll say it that way. And if I get that's perfect. If I get my agent's approval, then
James doesn't have an agent. Would Heather do an interview with me? I'll have anyone on. Usually the crazies turn me down. Like James will not talk with me. He's never talked with me more than 6 minutes. That he's known it was me. I talked to him like 20 minutes one time when he didn't know it was me. I don't know how he didn't know my voice is when he really hated me. But no, I'll do an interview with Heather once I get to know her lore a bit better so I know what kind of questions to ask.
We'll go story by story. I'll try to start pulling stories out for you guys that we can talk about. Seems that likes your live. Click to invite him. Well, thank you, Bigo TV, for liking the live stream. I appreciate you. Eliza, thank you for joining us. Welcome on. Enjoy Guardian PK and get more benefits. Okay, all right, I'm gonna have to do my own research on what this PK is.
It's the battle thing. It's like Omegle, but I think you're supposed to, like, your fans donate as you're Omegaling. I'm going to call it Omegaling. And then whoever gets the most donations during the PK, which is usually like 2 or 3 minutes, wins the PK, and that's what it is.
All right, you got to understand, I'm brand new to the platform, all right? I'm not going to sit here and be like, tell me what to do. I won't. I'll figure it out myself. But, like, I need, like, 5 minutes to figure it out.
I don't think anyone's rushing in to figure it out. I mean, like, you could just go on PK, see what it's about.
Ryan, welcome on. Charlotte Torres, welcome on. Thank you for being here. Morphine, thank you for the follow. I will follow you back. Follow you in return. Georgie, thank you for continuing to enjoy the live. You guys are like throwing stuff at me, and it's good stuff, but I don't know what it is, and I want to say thank you ahead of time before I learn, even what I'm receiving.
I forgot about that one. Yeah, the British and Australian accents. Oi, mate. Yeah, and then and then he banned me when I think because I had it on like Spaces and the live at the same time, so anyone who was like a speaker in the Spaces could speak. So then he got like tripped out when he heard Chris's voice. Yeah, no, this is all bringing back memories. It's been a long journey.
Manira says, I like your voice. Thank you, Manira. I appreciate you. Ruby says, there's a lot of gamers on Bigo. All right. I might. I don't know. You gotta give me time to read the audience, okay? Because most of my people and most of the people that have been watching the public part of my life for like the past couple of years have like all they've seen is me. There hasn't really been a whole lot of gaming. So, and even when there was, it's like there wasn't a massive amount of interest. It was very cliquey interest. So I might be able to like do Bigo and maybe Omelet Arcade on the side. And like, yeah, I could create like a sub.
No, you could like, if you want to give me information on Heather, I'm down to use it or look into it for sure. I'm just saying, like, I before I interview her, I would want to just get a better gist of her because all I know is that she was on Love After Lockup and that she's crazy. That's pretty much all I know.
Subtopical genre and take a little time out for those of us that like the game, and I could play some games. That way we can play some games together. That's definitely an option. But like I said, I do what I do, but I am open to shifting a little bit depending on what you guys want and need. But I can't be shifting as much as I used to before. I used to have that leeway. I don't have that leeway anymore. I might be able to shift a little bit.
Whatever happened to his Call of Duty? Like, he used to do Call of Duty Mobile. He said he was going to like win the big tournament, and then the big tournament happened, and we never saw him play Call of Duty again.
But I can't shift.
I wonder what place he got in the big tournament.
More than I actually, for my own health, I got to stay within my comfort zones. So there's no other way to say it. Understand, welcome on. Understand, thank you for the star. Thank you. ID, welcome on. Cat, welcome on. Ruby, I appreciate that you like the live. ID, welcome on. All right. So for everybody's favorite part of the show, we have 97 people, and we are going to rattle y'all off one at a time. You ready?
Oh my God, the roll call. Okay, well, while he's doing the roll call, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get another drink because I'm done my drink. I gotta pee quick, and maybe I'll have time to smoke a bowl. 97 people. He's gonna read them all off. I mean, let's see if it'll take all that time to do that. Here we go.
We have Understand. We have Miss Ruby. We have Georgie. We have Caesar. We have Zariah. We have Ormleni. Svat. I'm going to do my best with these pronunciations, all right, especially in Cyrillic. Chaima. We have Eloise. We have Jane. Sheka. Cristalvo. Natasha. Ezra. Kathnael. John Cook. Valeria. We have Kara. Chi. We have Shion. Sonu. We have Bez. We have Ara. Inga. Muhammad. We have Leandrosi. Cranium. Oh, and make sure when I'm saying your name, give a little high five or something in the comments that I know that I said your name right, or if you need me to correct how I say your name correctly. We have Drone Girl. We have The Calm. We have Adobo. Blouse. Desi. Ju. Air Plus. Miroslav. We have Stepanenko. Mustafa. Ineta. Joan. Nazeka. Jen Da Silva. Dominique. We have JY. We have Sunny Hair. We have Dumides. We have Melasam. Tisisel. We have Albert. We have Hussein. We have Elena. We have V. Klein. I did my best. Farizal. Handmade jewelry. We have April Bell. We have Joseph. We have Kobus. We have Alexandra. We have Joyce. We have Darida. We have Elena. We have Marina. We have Sunita. We have Miriam. We have Barsik. We have Sunni. We have Selwan. We have Wild Bebes. We have Wheat. We have Alice. We have Alice. Priyoshi. We have K Bluff. We have Ere Rocha. We have Narul. We have Satya Brata. Danielle. We have Dasha. We have Brian. We have Amy. We have Sabrina. We have Lydia. We have Ilya. We have Tiffany. We have Manira. We have She Is Wisdom. We have Madeline. We have Keith. We have Geraldine. And we have Rasna. Okay. Thank you to all 99 of you. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Just in time.
All of us here are important.
Jesus.
Every single one of us are important.
Are they, Jim? I mean, like 90% of them are bots. That's crazy, though. I was like hearing it as I was calling. He's still going to be fucking listing off names when I go back to sit down. He just finished, as I said. That's fucking crazy. I did a lot of shit. Well, he did all that. Imagine you did that every stream. Oh.
Okay. I really like your energy and you're funny. Thank you, Ruby. Ruby, that means the world to hear that. It really does. Thank you. That saying stuff like that to me builds my charisma, helps me gain more confidence, and continue to give you an even better show. Thank you.
I mean, where can the show go from here? He just lists off 97 names. How are we going to top that?
Zain Shadari. Thank you for coming on, Zain. Tosh, we have Rai, we have Scott. Understand seems to like the live. Thank you, Understand. I appreciate you. As far as inviting people to come on the live, I'm gonna have to work something in to be able to use that invite feature and, be doing multifaceted lives with more than one person. Me being that person, and I have to work that through because I am 100% all the time used to being the only person on the live stream for the most part. So, yeah. You're really good at this. I'm too boring to go live. I'll tell you what. I thought years ago I was going to be too boring to go live.
Really? With all that mania? You thought you were going to be too bored?
And then I went live one time. And my life got swept up.
People were like, holy fuck, what's wrong with this guy?
And nothing's ever been the same ever since. And I'll tell you, it's been wild. It has been absolutely wild. But honestly, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't. In some ways, I've been offered. Did I take a little bit of a short sale? A little bit. Like I took I said, all right. I'll take a little piece off the top here and share it around. But for the most part, this isn't my bread and butter. It's my pride and joy. There's a difference.
Well, what's your bread and butter then? You keep saying this is like your career, you're a professional, you're a businessman. Like, what's your bread and butter? This is your pride and joy, and this is a terrible thing to have pride and joy in.
I have my pride and joy out there, but my bread and butter's right here.
Christmas crisp,
and like you said, in the mirror. But the pride and joy is more so the live stream itself and putting the work in. So.
Oh, he loves saying that too, putting the work in. I should make a bingo card for you guys. It won't take.
I said this for me is a passion. Ooh la la, wait. What's up? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, another thing that's happened is having more fun. I've learned to have far more fun with live.
How could you have done that while in jail? How could you figure that? I just sat there thinking every day, I know how I'm going to have more fun on live stream.
More in tune. No, I need this to change. Ooh, man, my photo does not. Ooh, that's a rough. Okay. All right. One thing I need to back up on with y'all. Cool. Welcome on. Mama Drama. Welcome on. Thanks for the diamond. I'm going to need a little backup here. All right. Because I'm taking a look at my photo right now and I don't know. I don't think it's doing me any justice. So do me a favor. And the next time you see me post a photo like that, first off, you're going to know that I actually think it looks good. And don't ask me how or what kind of mindset I'm in. I must be half asleep because looking at that, I messed up big time. And please come in with this.
What's the photo? I don't even think we can. I think it's too blurry to see. Can I zoom in? We'll try. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm just way too blurry to see. I'm not going to be able to tell. I wonder why he thinks it's so bad. Is it because it's your face, Jim? I mean, I get that.
Save next time if I post a photo like that. Make sure you message me and say what a mistake I made. That way I can fix it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll take that super good. That photo you posted, bro, like big mistake. I don't think you want it. I don't think you want that photo up.
Now, if I really am into it, I'll leave it up. But you know, it does happen from time to time where I just post trash. And that right there, that my new profile photo is absolute trash. And I would really appreciate, a heads up next time if I post something like that. I need you guys to, like I said, I wouldn't let you drop the ball. Don't let me drop the ball. Be there for me. I'm there for you. And for real, I've been having some good conversations in the DMs with some of the followers. Oh, we didn't even get to the freaking topic of the thing yet. Oh man, that's another thing is I'm really, when I'm doing like the mainstream stuff, I'm going to be having people that are like telling me what to do and what not what to say, but like, because I put my own commentary in there, obviously, like that's why they put me there is for the flair. But they already have their set stuff, right? That's how that works. That's how it'll work.
Yeah, that's why I got Jimmy here. It's for the flair. I don't know what I would do without Jimmy. Honestly, I could do like lots of stuff. Some days I sit and I wonder, I'll be like, man, my life could be totally different without James. Like in better ways,
Works. That's fine. If you don't like it, come hang out with me here where we're raw. It's one way or the other. It's up to you. But I'm really horrible.
Like imagine instead of spending a lot of my time listening to James be crazy and everything and trying to understand it and I don't know, make content on that. Instead, like I was spending time with like a very talented musician that I could be working on great music with, you know what I mean? That we could complement our skills. I could be like, there'd be so many more things I could be doing.
And I have
but it's for the flair. It's for the flair, guys.
To admit this. This is an absolute confession. You can tell anybody, ask anybody who is a longtime follower or a longtime watcher on whatever account, is that I am horrible at staying on topic. I will tangent 1,000 times over. Now, when it's a good topic, sometimes I've been known to, when I stay on topic, have a really good video that is like YouTube worthy, or I should say YouTube recorded worthy, right? But there's a lot of times where whatever the topic is in the video, I won't even get to the topic in the video until we're all satisfied.
Until we're all satisfied. That's when I get to the topic of the video. That's really taking charge of your stream, James. I don't know what Susan's censoring. If I know that, I don't know. Comments disappear sometimes. I only have like 3 moderators. I don't think they really do anything. But don't ban Wireless Dirk's comment. I'm telling the algorithm itself and the Wireless Dirk. Actually, I think I can whitelist you. I'll copy your thing after, and then I'll whitelist you. So if your things are getting removed, it shouldn't. after that.
Like whatever I'm talking about, whatever you want to talk about.
At least on my channel, just don't abuse it. Don't like say like Hitler's great or something. I don't know, something bad that YouTube would get mad at.
Whatever you bring up, like we'll get into all that. And then it's literally like 30, 40 minutes later. And then, we didn't even brush up on the topic of the video. We didn't even touch on the topic that is the title of the video. Now, thankfully, thanks to y'all, is we end up getting enough retention and traffic that it just blasts the video to the top and people watch it anyway. It doesn't really affect, our standings. Our standings go through the roof because of our interactions. But the topic, like I said, that's one thing I am definitely, I literally have like a hater base for is my freaking, is my inability to stay on topic. But like I said, I make a lot of friends, but the whole mainstream popularity thing is going to be something that is going to come through education and assistance. It's just not me. I'm an in-person real kind of guy. But keeping it structured and making it like a show is going to be something that's more so with the involvement of alternate parties. So, like I said, be ready for that. Is when you come in here, we might not always be talking about whatever the topic is, but if that topic is important to you, bring it up to me, remind me, and we'll power on through and make.
I think his personality like snowballs on itself. I don't think he's really gotten on a role like this because he can't talk like this in jail himself. Someone would stop him, right? So now that he's uninhibited, like he could just kind of, I think he gets like high off of what he's saying. It's like, oh yeah, all these crazy words and like there's numbers in front of me, and then it just like gets crazy. And like now he's going on and like, I get lost, man. I must
thinking about the topic. Val, welcome on. Well, we have actually been live for 20 minutes, which is pretty cool. You get more exposure recommendations, support on the popular page. Neat. Thank you for the follow event, developer. I appreciate you. All right. Where were we? Well, that's another thing. Is I'm healthier now. I got like skin on my bones, bro. Look at that.
Oh my god. I mean, like he loses it pretty fast, but he always says that too when he comes back. I'm naturally coming back to a place of health without having to do anything. You guys are fucking hilarious. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, like you should have kept. You should have went to the halfway house, James.
Skin on my bones. I got skin on my bones. It's not all muscle, but I have weight. I'm healthier now. All right. Do you have a sunburn? Yeah, I am known to have a perpetual sunburn. But realistically, I'm not. All right, beginning of season, perpetual sunburn. Give it a month, sometimes 2-3 weeks, and I get nice and tan, and then I stay tan also.
Oh yeah, he was pretty tan by the end of things. I mean, like definitely after Florida, he was super tan. He had like heat stroke, I swear to God, when he was walking down the road with the alligators and he was singing and just making all those really incoherent YouTube videos. He's saying he was like foraging and he just naturally knew what things were safe to eat, which makes me think he was probably like tripping on something.
Season. And the times when I'm living somewhere that's warmer, I'll say like Florida, California, or further south, I stay nice and tan.
Queen, why are you here, Queen? Why do you like all my comments, Queen? If I'm such an evil person, why do you like every comment that I leave you? And then also, you like to say that I leave you a bunch of comments. YouTube tracks it. I only left you 7 comments of all time, and you hearted 6 of them. And this was screenshotted right after I left a 7th one. So block me if you don't like me. Also, call in. You missed your own stream. People voted. They wanted to see you, and you didn't show. So I don't know. I don't think I'll be doing a 3rd Queen stream unless you call in. Otherwise, I don't know why you're here, Queen.
Okay. So I'm going to leave the comment section open for like 3 more minutes. If you guys have any, you guys, girls, and those who identify alternatively, or as they call it, alternatively, If you have any other questions, comments, concerns before we go into the topic that is the title of the video, please ask now. Tag as you're hot. Thank you. Well, we're necessarily referring to me. AZ, welcome on. All right. Give it another minute. What do you got? Right. All right.
Why is he looking at the camera like that? Oh, I guess it's sunny out. He can't see his phone.
The clock strikes 5. We're going to talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it. What are you gonna talk about? I guess oh shit! I didn't realize how long this was. I guess should we watch the end of this? Wherever we leave off, it'll be really easy to come back because it'll save on the channel, so it'll be really easy to pick back up. We're at 1 hour and 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, we can close this out. I didn't stream yesterday, so I'll make up for it. And then at the end of this, we'll wrap it up. I didn't make any clips or anything. I mean, he hasn't really been saying or doing anything that's really clip worthy. Like, if I were to clip anything from it, it'd just be him saying, I've learned so much and I'm healthy again. And I'm going to get a game system. Because that's usually what he says. And that would just be refer back. Yeah, there's really nothing to clip right now.
I'm going to talk about dating and hookups on the through Beagle. Because that's my curiosity, all right? I had one person hit me up.
Now I think should I clip that dating and hookups? Because now I'm thinking I just want to clip something because I mentioned it.
And well, I total left field. And then it turns out apparently there's a dating feature in it. So we'll discuss that in a minute. And when I say,
I think Bigo itself is kind of designed to be a dating app because it'll be your recommendations of people that you could date and stuff. It's weird. But Angela, do you have Twitter? If you have Twitter, I think my DMs are open. You can fire me a DM, or Instagram, or what other things do I have? I only check really Twitter and Instagram. So if you have one of those, or you could email me. My email address is also in the channel link. I think it's stevedeliveshow@gmail.com. But yeah, we can figure out a way to talk to each other for sure.
We discuss it. That's what I'm talking about. It's I'm going to need your help on this topic because I'm also learning about the platform and how it works and what I can and cannot do, what I should and should not do, safety measures, and anything we talk about is going to be assistance to the rest of the community. On top of that, Aiko, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here. Jay Reed, what's up? Welcome back, Trash.
That wasn't Queen. That was a Queen imposter. People that are pretending to be Queen now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, thank you for the diamond. Now is that what that is? Is that diamond?
Let me know if one of those works. If it doesn't, then we can figure out something else as well. I have Facebook, but I'm never on Facebook. I forget Facebook exists every day.
I don't know. Hey, yes, you're so excited. I'm glad. I need that energy right now.
I'm confused.
You keep your energy.
I'll put it back
witnessing
up.
Your energy brings me energy. Makes me more excited. So, all right, it is about that time. Okay.
It's a good impersonator.
So here's the big question. All right, this topic's a bit melodramatic. We could make it exciting. The exciting part's going to be up to you guys because for me, this is a bit more of a touchy topic. For those of you that don't know, I don't have a topic. So the energy.
I don't know what he said. Yeah,
you keep your energy, but just witnessing your energy brings me energy. Makes me more excited. So all right, it is about that time.
Nope.
Okay. So here's the big question. All right, this topic's.
I am not that Steve, but I did interview that Steve. It's on this channel. It's called the Steve Kelso interview. I think that's what I named it. But yeah, no, we interviewed him. It was a 3-hour interview, but he goes into that whole story. That is not me though. No.
It's a bit melodramatic. We could make it exciting. The exciting part's going to be up to you guys because for me, this is a bit more of a touchy topic. For those of you that don't know, I don't have a lot of experience in the dating and hookup realm. The The hookup realm, I literally have like almost zero experience. In the dating realm, I have like minimal. I've always been either curricularly or career focused, and I am only now beginning to get into the world of, let's call it connection of the third kind.
Connection of the third kind. All right.
Of the third kind. I've already been through the fourth kind, so we're good on that one. But one, we got 1, 2, 4. So we got to work on number 3, which is apparently the hookup. But yeah, apparently there is a feature for dating on here, and there are people that actually go in and try to date or hook up using this app. And I want to hear.
Yeah, I heard Steve Wolf. I don't know. He got like exposed, or I guess exposed would be the right word, for not being very nice to his girlfriend or something. And yeah, I don't know. Even like in retrospect, after hearing that and then watching his Anision rants, like I get, like, imagine if I got that angry about James Saroka and I start freaking out, foaming at the mouth and stuff. Like, that's I don't know, man. It'd be pretty crazy.
More about what y'all know about that feature and about that, like, is this something I should totally avoid? Is this something that is safe to indulge in? Is this something that, precaution is obviously to be taken, but I'm curious. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Vendito, welcome on. The Fourth Kind was scary. Yo, what a movie. The Fourth Kind. Ruby says, what's your longest relationship? Mine was a year. Define relationship. That I'm serious about that. You got to define relationship for me, because some people think like never seeing each other is a relationship. And for some people it is. Other people don't think it is one at all. All right. So, like, if you will, define for me what you're referring to when you ask.
Right. So like he flip flops a lot. I think it's a tactic that he uses to try to make his ex jealous. Like, he'll be like, look, I only am ever going to love one person, blah, blah, blah. But then he'll be like, oh no, hit me up with the DMs, blah, blah, blah. I want to be like with someone. And then, yeah, I think it's to make her jealous. I can't say for sure, but the fact that he always flip flops back and forth makes me think that, or like he only runs off of whatever like his fucking dick is thinking,
Ask me, what is my longest relationship? Like, what's the longest time that I called someone my girlfriend or boyfriend? Are you asking me? What are you asking? Charlotte Torres, welcome on. ID, welcome on. Oh, and if y'all don't know how to put a custom username on your profile, you can go into settings real quick, and it should go in account. I think it's account info. And you should be able to change it real quick to anything you want. Now, if it's taken around.
And that's how you skirt around James somehow, so he doesn't know what account to ban. You just keep changing your shit.
You just add a couple of numbers to the end of it. You'll be good. Aiko says, who've had boyfriend and girlfriend? Oh, you haven't? You haven't had any?
Aiko is the girl that he thought was his ex, and then I got all the text messages between them, and they're actually already posted to Twitter. But the things he fucking said to her when he thought he was talking to his ex were fucking insane. And if that was actually his ex, he would have been breaking the restraining order. And I don't know, man. It was crazy though. Like, it was some intense stuff. He called her a rapist. Like, he I don't know, man. I'm getting flashbacks.
Yeah, I've dated, but I honestly, it turns out that Ruby says, yes, longest time you dated the same person and felt exclusive for each other. Hutes, welcome on. Well, let me tell you, exclusive for each other would have to be none. Now, if you were talking one party to the other, it might be a different conversation. But me personally, I could always tell that it wasn't like that on some level. Excuse me, I want to make sure there's nothing in my teeth. That on some level, I could feel that it wasn't entirely exclusive. So, yeah, I've never been in.
So okay, that's better. So that I was gonna be like in the video, like the James Saroka summary video of all this. That's what it was supposed to be. I never thought I would get this far. Like I thought I would definitely have been back in jail already by now, and it would have been like faster. I take a long time to make edited videos. I try to make them like entertaining to watch and good, and then I expect to get like a lot of views on them as well. So like I put a lot more time into them. But yeah, so the messages, like if you do want to read them, they are on my Twitter. They would be, I can't remember what month that happened in. But yeah, when we hit that part, because he does on live stream eventually blow up at her as well, I can pull them up on screen as well. We could go through them, and then that'll be the video. It'll be like in the stream, but also it'll be in this fully summarized video whenever I get that done. But this stream now, like the Chasing Saroka, is basically like me making the video, going through everything. So we'll get to them. I want to keep everything kind of in order now, since we're going backwards in time. It probably got confusing for some people, so now we're going to go forward, and I don't want to jump around too much. But no, yeah, you're right. It's probably better.
I've never been in one of those relationships. I don't know what to tell you. I thought I was. I told myself I was, but I really wasn't.
How's it going, Christine?
You know, we live in a different world now, and it's important to remember that no matter what facilities and facets of the relationship may appear to be exclusive, exclusive is exclusive, and if it's not exclusive, it's not exclusive. If you're comfortable with whatever ways that person ebbs and flows, and they're comfortable with yours, then so be it. But one recommendation I would make in order to ensure the longevity of the relationship is that it's properly communicated. Make sure that one another knows that you both know, you know, what are we getting into with each other. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Be yourself for real. And that is the best way to make sure things work. I don't care what people say when they're like, you got rules, you got this, you got that. Those are important. But if you don't know the person you're sleeping next to, it ain't gonna work. Don't matter what rules you got. You know, society is too complex nowadays. You will get broken apart. So your best bet is to know each other as best as you are able to. And even the monsters in the closet.
I mean, that's out of my hands. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm just gonna be here to do my own thing. I'm not gonna say no. Don't promote the channel, but I'm not expecting you guys to promote anything either. As long as you're entertained, that's my main objective.
Demons under the bed. Make sure that you know what you're hiding from each other. Don't hide anything from each other. And I'm serious to saying that. Even as a dude, don't hide anything from each other. And you know, it's more likely that things will work out longer term. Who says? Welcome on. Echo says they were unfaithful. No, see, that's the thing. Is it's like it's not. They did a lot of flirting, all right? Like,
so he's talking about his ex here. So I've never seen his ex flirt with anybody. I've seen his ex wish the audience a fucking happy Valentine's Day and then get reamed out for it for the rest of the 8 hours of the day that they release on live stream for. And you know, crazy stuff like that. She was too scared to talk to the police officer. She said, you need James' permission to talk to the police officer. You really think she was flirting with other people? You really think she'd want to risk that? Really?
Let's just say they did a lot of flirting beyond me. And I mean, okay, but you know, just let me know that that's how you are first. But don't let me find out after it freaking crushes me, because I already, you know, like it's not an expectation thing for me. It's like, this is who you told me you were. This is what you presented to me. And then there's this other side of you that I don't know about at all. You know, it's more of a
literally describing himself. Oh, I'm a nice, caring, nurturing person, and then behind closed doors, go bam. Like, no, fuck you, James.
But how I found out, not that I found out. All right, like I'm believe it or not, I'm a pretty go with the flow kind of guy. and I'll usually accept anybody for however they are. My thing is, and I even understand a lot of times when people lie to me. Like, I'm like just freaking, all right, what do you got going on? Why, let's talk about the truth. Now that it's out that you lied to me, let's talk about what the truth is. That's just the next thing. Let's just move on to the next thing. I don't want to sit and be worried about, why you lied to me. I just want to know what the truth is. But like I said, it's just the shock of wanting to make sure that you know what each other's up to and how things work. Because your personalities have to mesh and have to be able to mingle. And if there's a part of their entire personality that you're not aware of, well, then are you really
together? James has lots of personalities. We've witnessed most of them, if not all of them. And the last time we saw James, he was leaving the place where he was staying at. So I'm assuming he's homeless, unless he found either another person to leech off of, like a victim, or if he went to like another homeless shelter and he's smart enough not to live stream from it, so people like Conger can't call the director of the place and inform them of his wrongdoings. Honestly, like, if James was just following the rules of that place, like, Conger would have not been able to get him even in trouble. And he didn't get him kicked out. Like, he just got him basically to have to play by the rules because James said that he was this Steven guy and not James, and that he didn't have ID. And that's the reason why he couldn't look for work at a lot of places, because he didn't have identification. But then Conger told him, no, he does have identification, and he's actually James Saroka, and here's a bunch of videos on him, so you can tell, like, this guy and this guy are the same fucking guy, and he went to jail for this, and that. And then James didn't want to play by the rules, so he got kicked out. But yeah, so I can only assume that that's where he is on the streets right now, unless he found another homeless place.
If that's the established relationship, then sure, fine. But if that's not the expectations that were established, then either the expectations are going to have to be reestablished, or you're going to have to find a way to communicate, where those lines got crossed. And if you're not able to communicate where those lines got crossed, that's oftentimes where the relationship is. I know people say that money is like the number one thing that breaks people up, but my personal opinion is that the number one thing that breaks people up is a lack of communication. But money definitely plays a huge role. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. Personal opinion, money has a lot to do with it, because bills have to get paid. Bills have to get paid. You have to eat. So to answer that question of whether or not they were unfaithful, no. Not in my eyes. And when I say not in my eyes, I mean
not in my eyes. This is like his like sneaky way of being like, look, like, she was unfaithful, but in my eyes, she wasn't. That's his like way to try to get her to become back. It's like, look, first off, he thinks like she's actually listening when she's not. Second off, he thinks that like if she is listening, he wants her to believe that objectively, like from an objective standpoint, she was unfaithful and she did cheat. But James is such a nice guy that he doesn't see it as cheating. He'll still take her back because he's a fucking psycho nut.
In my eyes, based on their way of thinking about the behavior that they didn't share with me, the part of them that they didn't let me know about, I wouldn't have seen as unfaithful, because I would put myself in their frame of thought to be able to understand why they're behaving that way and why those choices are being made. I'd be fine with that, because that's part of who they are. Like being able to deduce that that's part of their personality makes it an entirely different conversation. It becomes something that I have to learn to first tolerate, and then as I become more educated, learn to accept. And that's fine. But I wasn't given the time to do that. It was just sprung on me in such a way that would invoke a reaction. I didn't react. And then apparently a lack of reaction said that I didn't care, when it wasn't that. It was that I wanted the time to be able to process this new information and say, all right, well, I accept you and this is fine. But if this is going to be a part of the relationship, then you and I are one spot together. Like we're working on this as a team. We're not working on this from a distance. So because it's the realization that you can have your own stipulations too. You can have your own rules, and that's fine. Remember that is you're not always going to have rules that agree with your partner. Whether you're a man, you're a woman, whether you're identifying a different.
Yeah, if you're with James Saroka, you got to be miserable together. And when he means work as a team, he means like neither of us can have jobs and we're just gonna struggle like fucking crazy. Because whenever his ex got a job, he would get jealous. He'd be like, "Oh no, you're obviously like talking to other guys, you're sleeping with other guys, blah, blah, blah," and you have to quit it. And James is never gonna get a job because he can't hold down a job. So it kind of puts him in a position where like they're kind of like just homeless together and begging for money. And then James is like, we're in this together. We're a team. So you don't need to be a part of that shit, bro.
Fashion, your rules aren't always going to agree. But it's about learning how to agree with the other person's rules. It's not just tolerating the other person's rules. It's about learning how to say, okay, your way of thinking is yours. I see the benefit, and I'm going to go along with it because we're together. And, that's to coalesce. And that's where real bonding starts, is when you're willing to step into the other person, the person's shoes that you're close with. Aiko, I appreciate that you like the stream. Kated on, welcome on. Aiko, thank you for the 100. Teddy World, welcome on. Fish on, welcome on. Understand, welcome back. Thank you for being on here. Visitor, thank you for being here. You cheated on, my ex cheated on me. Not that I'm aware of. Was I cheated on? Not that I'm aware of. I mean, if you want an honest answer, I have a hunch that I was.
Oh my god!
I don't know about it. If I don't have like 100.
It's just, I don't think she cheated. But if you really ask me though, I think she did. Like, what is this, James?
100% confirmation, but there's a stark possibility. Here's what it is. Flirting still bad. Once again, that's where it's going to have to be between you and the person that you're dating. Y'all get to decide together. You got to realize, like, a lot of I noticed. Ray, welcome on.
Yeah, so he has hooked up with at least 2 women since he got out. That were real women that did hook up with him. That he kind of fucked over both of them, actually. They both don't want anything to do with him or to really talk about it, but verified that, that shit happened. I don't know what else to really say about it or what I can say about it. That was a while ago too, so I'm trying to remember like how the messages even went. I think it was just pretty much one of them thought that the person that was reaching out to them about James Saroka was James Saroka, and she like flew off the handle at them right away. And then the second one was just like, I don't want anything to do with him. Like, don't talk to me about him. Like, just leave me alone, kind of thing. I tried to help him, and he called the cops on me. So yeah, he's been with at least 2 that have been documented.
I noticed that there's a lot of people in here that follow astrological signs. You got to realize that based on people's personalities, you are going to deal with people who part of their personality is being socially flirtatious. That's part of who they are and how they behave in such a fashion that makes them comfortable in a way where they can be in their own skin and be happy and,
I know, right?
Be in a relationship at the same time. Like, not every personality type was made to be in a committed relationship in such a fashion that fits like the social mold of like traditional thinking. So if you guys are going to be able to work together, you have to be willing to ebb and flow with that. I come from a traditional background, like super traditional, and anything that I have in my life that's going to be concrete is probably going to be traditional. But that doesn't mean there can't be nice long-term experiences that are go with the flow and ebb and flow, and some of those could last a lifetime. But I would have to say, at least from my own personal standpoint, that going with the flow and making things long term is a lot more work. It's far more difficult, but it is possible. And once again, it's all about, as opposed to what's right and wrong, at least that's how some people see it. I see it as relative, and I see it as an opportunity to experience an alternative lifestyle to what you're familiar with, alternative being the operative word. So, whatever's going to suit you best is what you're going to have to go with.
This crazy guy. Imagine just sitting outside of, I think this is a Walmart, just for an hour and 11 minutes, just doing this, dude. But yeah, I do need to wrap this up. I have to get groceries, which is kind of I mean, Sunday tomorrow's Monday. What else? I have been going longer than I did, like an hour stream for the members only before this, so I'm kind of tuckered out, so I don't really want to like just get lost in what he's saying. So I'm gonna put a pin in it here. We'll pick up right where we left off in this crazy live stream where he accuses his ex of cheating on him outside of a Walmart, fresh out of jail, like the second day out of jail. When I get back, I don't know when, but later tonight, once I have like all my errands done and everything, we'll do a little late night Daniel Larson. Unless something crazy comes up or something, then it'll be tomorrow night. I'm going to try to put together some kind of schedule, maybe as well. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.